Hello friends, welcome to Global Travel Venture. Ever wondered which is better, global entry or TSA PreCheck? It's a question that has crossed the minds of many a traveler, whether they're frequent flyers or just embarking on their first journey. As we traverse through the vast and ever-changing landscape of the world, we are constantly seeking ways to make our travel experiences smoother, more efficient, and less stressful. Enter the world of Global Entry and TSA PreCheck, two programs designed with just that in mind. Global Entry and TSA PreCheck are like the VIP passes of international travel. They're your golden ticket to bypass long lines and tedious processes, your key to unlock a more streamlined and swift journey. But what exactly are these programs, and more importantly, which one should you opt for? Global Entry, as the name suggests, is a program that facilitates swift entry into countries around the globe. It's like having a fast pass at an amusement park, but for customs and immigration. Instead of waiting in line for what feels like an eternity, you can breeze through customs and be on your way in no time. On the other hand, TSA PreCheck focuses on making your journey through airport security a breeze. With a TSA PreCheck badge under your belt, you can say goodbye to the hassle of removing your shoes, laptop, liquids, belt, and jacket at the security checkpoint. It's all about making your experience as smooth and hassle-free as possible. Both programs offer their own unique set of benefits, and both aim to make your travel experience as seamless and efficient as possible. But which one is the better option for you? The answer to that largely depends on your specific travel needs and preferences. So, let's dive deep into these two programs and find out which one is the better option for you. First up, let's unwrap the package that is TSA PreCheck. Picture this. You're about to embark on a trip, and you're standing in a long, winding security line at the airport. You've got your shoes off, your laptop out, and your patience thinning. Now imagine a different scenario. You breeze through a separate, shorter line, shoes on, laptop packed, and a smile on your face. That's the reality with TSA PreCheck. The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, introduced the PreCheck program to make the airport security process faster and more efficient. It's a pre-screening initiative that allows low-risk travelers to enjoy expedited security screening at participating airports across the United States. In essence, it's like having a VIP pass to the airport. No need to remove your shoes, laptops, liquids, belts, or light jackets. And the cherry on top? The wait times for TSA PreCheck lanes are usually 5 minutes or less. But how does one become a part of this seemingly exclusive club? It's quite straightforward, actually. You apply online, schedule an appointment for a background check and fingerprinting at a local enrollment center, and if you're approved, you receive a known traveler number. This number is your golden ticket to expedited security lines. You just need to include it when booking your flights. Now, let's talk money. TSA PreCheck comes with a fee of $85 for a 5-year membership. That breaks down to just $17 per year. A small price to pay for the convenience and time saved. Wouldn't you agree? But is TSA PreCheck for everyone? Well, if you're an infrequent traveler, the annual cost might not be worth the few minutes saved. But if you find yourself frequently flying within the US, the benefits of TSA PreCheck can quickly outweigh the cost. Let's also consider families. If you're traveling with children 12 and under, they can go through the PreCheck line with you. However, for family members over the age of 12, they'll need their own PreCheck approval. So, if you're a family of frequent travelers, TSA PreCheck can be a real boon. To summarize, TSA PreCheck is a program designed to make your airport experience smoother and less stressful. It comes with a price, but for frequent domestic travelers, the benefits can far outweigh the costs. TSA PreCheck can be a real game changer for domestic travelers, but what if you're an international jet setter? Now, let's turn our attention to Global Entry. Global Entry is another US government program that provides expedited clearance for pre-approved, low-risk travelers upon arrival in the United States. It's like having a VIP pass to the world of international travel. But what does it offer, and how does it work? Let's delve into the specifics. First off, the Global Entry program allows participants to bypass the traditional customs lines at major US airports and instead use automated kiosks. You insert your passport or US permanent resident card, place your fingertips on the scanner for fingerprint verification, and make a customs declaration. The kiosk issues a transaction receipt and you're on your way. Global Entry status is good for 5 years. But who stands to benefit most from Global Entry? Well, if you're an international traveler, this program can be a game changer. Bypassing long customs lines after a long flight can really take the stress out of your journey. And since it includes TSA PreCheck, You'll also enjoy expedited security screening for flights within the US. However, if you're a US citizen who rarely leaves the country, the benefits of global entry might not seem as enticing. In that case, the simpler and slightly cheaper TSA PreCheck might be a better fit. Let's not forget about the cost. Global entry costs $100 for a 5-year membership. That breaks down to just $20 per year. Compared to the $85 for a 5-year TSA PreCheck membership, it's a slightly higher upfront cost, but remember, it includes TSA PreCheck benefits. So if you travel internationally even once in that 5-year period, the extra $15 could be well worth it. In conclusion, expedite your entry into the US and also speed up your security screening process when departing. It's a bit more expensive and requires a bit more effort to obtain than TSA PreCheck, but the benefits can be well worth it. Global entry can make international travel a breeze, but how does it stack up against TSA PreCheck? It's time for the showdown: global entry versus TSA PreCheck. Now that we've unpacked the details of both global entry and TSA PreCheck, it's time to put them head-to-head and see how they stack up against each other. We'll compare their features, weigh their costs, and discuss the type of traveler who might benefit most from each program. On the surface, the two programs share a common purpose: to make your travel experience smoother and more efficient. Both offer expedited security screening, reducing the time you spend in line and the hassle of removing shoes, laptops, liquids, and belts. But that's where the similarities end. Global entry takes things a step further by adding expedited customs and immigration processing into the mix. If you're an international traveler, this could be a game changer. Imagine breezing through customs after a long-haul flight, bypassing the long lines and getting on with your journey. Sounds blissful, doesn't it? However, this extra perk comes at a cost. Global entry will set you back $100 for a 5-year membership, while TSA PreCheck costs only $85 for the same period. That's a $15 difference, which might not seem like much, but for some, every penny counts. But here's the twist: global entry includes TSA PreCheck benefits. So, if you're a frequent international traveler, the extra $15 might be a small price to pay for the added convenience of swift customs processing. On the other hand, if your travel is mostly domestic, TSA PreCheck could be the more economical choice. In terms of application process, both programs require a background check and an in-person interview. However, global entry interviews are typically conducted at international airports or border crossings, which might be less convenient for some. So, who stands to gain the most from each program? If you're a frequent flyer, whether domestic or international, both programs offer a great return on investment in terms of time saved. If your travel is mostly international, global entry is likely the better choice, despite the slightly higher fee. But if you rarely leave the country and want to speed up your security screening process, TSA PreCheck might be the way to go. In terms of accessibility, both programs are available to US citizens and permanent residents. Some non-US citizens are also eligible for global entry, but TSA PreCheck is limited to US citizens and permanent residents. So there we have it, the pros and cons of both programs. But what's the final verdict? So, which is the better option, global entry or TSA PreCheck? We've navigated through the ins and outs of both programs, and now we've arrived at the final stretch. It's time to make a verdict. If you're a frequent domestic traveler, TSA PreCheck could be your best bet. But if you regularly travel internationally, or even if you plan to do so once or twice in the next 5 years, the additional $15 for global entry might be a worthwhile investment. Whether you choose global entry or TSA PreCheck, both programs offer a way to streamline your travel experience and get you to your destination quicker. So, here's to fewer lines, less hassle, and more time enjoying the journey. After all, isn't that what travel is all about? In the end, it all comes down to your travel needs. As we journeyed through this discussion, we've painted a vivid picture of two very advantageous services: TSA PreCheck and global entry, both designed to make your travel experience smoother, each with their unique benefits. Both services cost money, and yes, global entry is more expensive. But if you travel internationally even just once a year, the extra cost could be worth the time you save. So take a moment to think. What does your travel look like? What do you need to make it less stressful, more efficient? Look at your travel patterns, your lifestyle, and your budget. Consider your options, weigh the benefits, and make an informed decision. Because in the world of travel, time is more than just money. It's peace of mind. It's the difference between a stressful journey and a seamless adventure. Remember, the best choice between global entry and TSA PreCheck will always be the one that best suits your travel needs and lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe and tell us which of these two do you prefer. Until next time, safe travels.